Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH underscore sports, and also follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. And also, if you're watching, just subscribe, right? I know some of you watch my channel a lot, so remember to hit that like button as well. Okay, so today I got this in the mail. I talked about potentially getting this guy, and other people also recommended me when I said, "Hey, I want to look at lefties," because after 2022, the shift is gone, so lefties are going to benefit. And one of them is Jordan Alvarez of the Astros, 2019 Bowman Prospects Chrome. It's a PSA 10. Now there are a lot of these out there. PSA 10. I think there's about 1400 ish or whatever. I think I have some raw cards as well. I have to look at my collection and see. Okay, do I have any of these? Now that being said, in regards to the video that I'm going to do today, I know some people are going to have mixed thoughts, but I usually have an open-ended question. No one's right or wrong. I just wanted to see what you guys have to say. Now, in regards to GaryVee, so we know that the Z Friends Zero Cool product is part of the Fanatics brand. From my understanding, they came out with a $2,000 unopened box. Secondary market as of today. This is Friday night, so it's probably going to be posted Saturday morning. I saw some sales at $9,000. And, first in, first out, right? Whoever gets in first, they're going to make a decent amount of money. It's a game of musical chairs. Who's going to be left holding the bag? That's what I don't know. That's why I don't buy these type of products, is because sure, early on, probability is you're probably going to make money, or the higher likelihood you're going to make money, but how long will it last? That's why I'm out. I don't touch these things. I look at usually high probability outcomes that aren't fragile, right? I talk about fragile versus anti fragile. All of this hype, all of this mania, it's fragile, right? Look at people buying the Fleer 86 card, right? And speaking of Fleer 86, GaryVee was talking this up last year. And before I get into the topic of GaryVee, there are some good things about GaryVee. Okay, he started out from rags to riches. I believe his family came over to the United States in in a very humble way. They didn't have that much money. Now that being said, over time they had an antique business, from my understanding, and they grew it big time. GaryVee helped with the marketing, from my understanding, and then he built a marketing empire. He is a fascinating marketer. Now, that being said, GaryVee has been behind the promotion of the sports card market. Sure, he predicted crazy moves in 2019 and a little before that, but at the same time, he also has millions of followers, and a lot of people are just going to do whatever he says what he's going to do. And in my opinion, when you have that many followers, you have to be careful in what you're saying, right? The more subscribers I'm going to get, I'm going to be more careful in what I say in my videos. And I do that because that's the most responsible thing to do, right? I don't want to be pumping anything. I don't want to be accused of pumping anything, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And last year, you could look at the Fleer 86 card just went insane right around the time where GaryVee said that, yeah, this card is going to go to $1 million. It didn't hit $1 million. It hit close to $770,000. And where's it now? PSA 10, Fleer 86. It's what? $288,000. So, long story short, I have a question for you guys. Do you think GaryVee is hurting the hobby? Because a lot of people got burned at the top last year. A lot of people were aggressively buying in 2020. And yeah, all of it is not because of GaryVee, but yet a lot of people saw, hey, I can make a quick buck. I don't have to do that much homework. I can buy any player. Bada bing, bada boom. It's an easy money. And if you just look at that type of flipping mentality, in my opinion, has hurt the hobby over the past few years. And sure, everyone flips to a certain degree, but a lot of people came in thinking, hey, no research necessary. I can make my big bucks like this. Secondly, you saw this new product by Fanatics. Some people say that, hey, look, this is a test run for some of the higher end products that they're going to sell in the coming years. Okay, that makes sense. But this product has freaking animal drawings that a 10-year-old can draw, right? And coming out at $2,000, and now what is it on secondary market? It's $10,000. Only reason why people with all this money are buying it is because GaryVee's behind this, right? And it's just silly, right? A lot of people on the comment section, agree with me. Some don't, obviously. But if you look at the comments left on Sports Card Investors YouTube channel, I'm like, whoa, everyone turned on him. Even the people that are true supporters of Sports Card Investor, Jeff Wilson. And when I just see all of this going on, even though this may be a test run, I believe that GaryVee is hurting the card business. Not card business, just the hobby in general. Because this used to be, hey, look, we're collecting, we're having fun. And yeah, I may have an investment background, but I have more of a longer term view. That's when I got in. But when you saw all of the craziness, I wanted to unload my cards a little sooner because I was just making money like crazy. I mean, you don't see over hundreds and hundreds of percents of returns within a relatively short time, especially coming from the equities market. And in my opinion, because of all of this, a lot of people are going to not want to be a part of this hobby long term. You see in the comments already, they don't want to do anything with this. They're having doubts on Fanatics. Now, that being said, Fanatics is the only game in town. And if they're the only game in town, well, guess what? We're going to have to buy all their cards from them. We're going to have to buy their baseball cards and eventually football cards, NBA cards, etc. So, yeah. Just looking at this, GaryVee is facing Backlash, but at the end of the day, Fanatics just made a killing. They saw that, hey, they could sell what many people consider to be junk, but people will still buy it. People are still going to spend 5x in the secondary market trying to buy it to flip it. And this game of musical chairs, this is not sustainable. And long story short, I want to end on this. So there's this commodities investor trader, Jim Rogers. Yes, he's a jerk, but in 1998, people were buying all of these technology stocks, like Pets.com, all these .com stocks. And they were going to the moon. Jim Rogers, a contrarian, said, like, look, commodities are really low. No one's looking at them. I'm going to get into them. And I'm looking at a lot of these sports cards that are hyped up. And even non-sports cards, I'm thinking to myself, What would the contrarian play be? And that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to be chasing these. And sure, some people have made decent returns flipping this, but that's just not my cup of tea. I want to look for distressed assets. And that's what I did this past week when the stock market was crashing big time. Some of the emerging market stocks, I lowered my cost basis and I got in. I felt a good deal. And some of these stocks just spiked like crazy. Huge short squeeze the other day. So there are ways to make money, and it doesn't have to be chasing like hedge funds. That's what this game is now. It's a shoe flipping game. This is not what it was a couple years ago. But I think this is going to do big harm for the hobby. What do you guys think? Anyways, guys, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.